The views and opinions expressed by tonight's guest and topic of discussion do not necessarily represent the official policy or position of Spaced Out Radio, Spaced Out Weekend, Spaced Out Radio Limited, its hosts, syndicated carriers, or anyone associated with this broadcast. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of this broadcast or podcast without the express written consent of Spaced Out Radio or Spaced Out Radio Limited is strictly prohibited. Listener discretion is advised.
BUMBLEFOOT. BUMBLEFOOT.
Are you experienced?
Stop right there!
From high atop the mountains of British Columbia to you, listening around the world, this is Spaced Out Radio with host Dave Scott.
They let us play with all our toys. They let us think that we're big boys. They let us make the louder noise, but women rule the world. They let us think we're Superman.
You can follow us on our website, spacedoutradio.com, on iTunes and TuneIn. Follow Dave on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio, on Facebook at Spaced Out Radio Show, or on our YouTube channel, Spaced Out Radio Show.
I try to act so cool, but you know I'm just a fool for you. For you. I will stop till I reach the top just to be there with you.
Dave, oh Dave, are you playing with Bigfoot and aliens again?
Dad, you gotta stop haunting the ghost. It's scaring them.
All right, seriously, put down the pointy sticks.
Oh, the deeper I fall.
Okay! Game on! Game on! Game on!
The password is...
Alright.
Buckle up, space travelers. It's time to go for a ride on Spaced Out Radio. Mr. Bumblefoot, Dave is ready for liftoff.
I try to act so cool, but you know I'm just a fool for you.
Seriously, Dave? Really? Aren't you a little old for a tinfoil hat?
Hello, Toby. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye-bye.
Please take your seat above us. There will be a prepare for pickup. Start. 2, 1. Boost ignition and lift off.
I'm such a lucky guy, 'cause after all this time, it's like the deeper I go, the deeper I fall. The deeper I go, the deeper I fall.
Good evening and welcome to Spaced Out Radio tonight. I am your host, Dave Scott, and it's great to have you along for the ride on this Wednesday, October 4th, Thursday, October 5th. If you're on the East Coast or across the pond, hope you're going to have a great day and night. We are live right here in the Great White North on top of the mountains of central British Columbia as we are here for your listening entertainment 7 days a week. We welcome in everyone listening in on WQEE 99 Rock the Key down in Noonan, Georgia, home of The Walking Dead. We are live as well on the United Public Radio Network on 107.7 FM in New Orleans and over 160 countries around the world. We are also live on Spreaker, KTLK, The Fringe FM, SpacedOutRadio.com, Renegade Talk Radio out of Las Vegas, the High Plains Talk Radio Network, and if you're listening in on Revolution Radio, remember, the Double R Machine is a donation station financed by you, the valued listener. Head on over to freedomslips.com and donate today. Like our music, get your horns up for Mr. Ron Bumblefoot THAL, formerly of Guns N' Roses, currently of Art of Anarchy. Bumblefoot is the official sound of Spaced Out Radio. Now, we're all over social media. You can follow us on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio. Give our Facebook page a like, Spaced Out Radio Show. On Instagram, you can follow me at Dave Scott, SOR. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Spaced Out Radio Show. Listen to us on iHeartRadio in the United States, TalkStream Live. Tune us in on TuneIn, download and subscribe to our shows on iTunes. Our website is spacedoutradio.com. Now, if you want to take part in this show, you got to do me a favor. You got to sign into one of the chat rooms. You can either go on Revolution Radio, Spreaker, the UPRN chat room, or on Facebook. Join up on the SOR Space Travelers Club. Or if you're on Twitter, use the hashtag SpacedOutRadio. I will connect to your questions and comments in there as well live. Now, for $5 a month, you can join the SOR Space Travelers Club on our website. You can also shop at our Spaced Out Radio store. Read the Encounter online. Check out my latest blog. If you've had an experience you can't explain, fill out an SOR Sightlines report. And we have some great video footage as well from UFO seekers and Contact TV. Tonight we bring in one of our most interactive shows with one of our most popular guests. Bill Hauser is a paranormal investigator from the Vancouver suburb of Surrey. He's been investigating the paranormal for more than 10 years, but over the last number of years, he's become one of the most logical and informative voices when it comes to using the ghost box. Bill is at a location tonight in British Columbia's first capital, New Westminster, which is known as one of the province's most haunted cities. So this is how tonight works. Tonight, Bill is going to take your questions as well as our own. He's going to see what comes through the ghost box, and it's our job as listeners, including myself, to write down what we hear, especially in the chat rooms, to confirm if we are hearing the same thing. Now, if you are in one of the chat rooms or on Twitter, don't type out your answers individually. All right? What I want you to do is I want you to wait until the ghost box session is over, then fill us in with what you heard. That way I can read them aloud on air rather than having to scroll through dozens of different posts from the same people. So that's how it works. Make sure you are ready and raring to go. Bill Hauser, it's been a while, my friend, but you finally got some holidays again, so you're back on the air with us here on Spaced Out Radio. How have you been?
I'm doing very well, Dave. It's nice to be back on your show, and I just want to say hello to all your great listeners out there.
Mm-hmm. We love having you here, my friend. And like I said, you're one of the most popular shows and most interactive show that we do on Monday through Friday nights here on the mighty SOR. So what have you been up to?
The odd investigation, helping some people contact their loved ones that have passed over and friends and that, helping them as well. And then lots of little domestic little things in general everyday life as well, and having to go to work and paying the bills. But besides that, everything's fine.
Excellent. And how's the ghost hunting been going for you?
It's been going good, actually, and been very active on the ghost box lately, too, so that's another interesting thing there. So we've had a lot of solar storm activity a few weeks ago there, so it sort of kicked up the paranormal activity in general, I should say, and then also using the ghost box, I was able to get a lot of stuff coming through.
Do you think because we are in the month of October and we are just 26 days away from Halloween, that has anything to do with it? There's a lot of people out there, Bill, who believe that there is this veil that gets a little thinner at this time of year.
Yeah, I've heard that too. You got the veil being thinner around this time of year, the beginning of fall, and then leading into even November. Well, tomorrow's a full moon, so that's an interesting thought as well. And I'm right beside the Fraser River, and I am a strong believer in moving water in general creates a lot of paranormal activity, or at least helps feed into it.
Well, explain that. Why do you think water works so well?
I just strongly believe, like, if you have underground streams or whatever on your property, I believe that is a good charge for paranormal activity to take place, for example. And then, of course, being beside the Fraser River there, that's like one big drainage ditch out to the ocean for British Columbia. So generally, it's got a lot of currents, and it's fast flowing in a lot of areas of the river. And so it anywhere like New Westminster, for example, is a very historical city, of course, and it's had a lot of tragedies in the past with two fires, for example, and so on. So yeah, it's never let me down, New Westminster, for paranormal activity.
Maybe if you could take a minute or two to describe the history of New Westminster for our people who don't know even where it is.
Okay, well, I'm not the greatest historian going here, but it was our first capital of British Columbia during, the Gold Rush days, because they had stern wheelers going up the Fraser River here up to Yale and so on, and so the gold fields further up. And so it was a big active area in this area for quite a while. And then even after, the designation of the other city to be the capital of Victoria, it's still, New Westminster, I should say, still played a pivotal role in British Columbia history.
And let's also add to that during World Wars I and II, a lot of our soldiers from the western part of Canada were put on ships in New Westminster to sail out to Europe to fight in the war as well. So there's a big military history with New Westminster as well.
Yeah, that docking area is just down, not even a block away. A lot of those soldiers marched down 8th Avenue there, so yeah, this whole area still, it holds a lot of paranormal activity for sure.
Well, let's see how this works. So for our audience who may not be familiar, because since you were on last, we've grown substantially, explain what the Ghost Box is, Bill.
Well, a Ghost Box basically is a fast-moving radio that should never stop, and it continuously scans the frequency, the broadcast radio. Like, for example, I'm using FM bands here. And basically, all that tidbits of audio that's being garbled up through this fast scanning, the theory goes that it takes bits and pieces of that and remodulates and forms speech from it so we can hear.
So what are we to be listening for? Because in the past, I know there's a lot of regulars here who've participated in one of your shows when we do this, but in the past, we usually get people to write things down, let us know what they are finding out as well as we go through this. So could you tell us what they should be doing on the other end of the speakers?
Well, they should be looking for the intelligent response from what I'm saying and then what's being said on the Ghost Box, for example. So if I'm asking for a name, say Larry comes through, for example, this is what you want to look for, is the intelligent response. And so basically you have to kind of get over the hissing and, the static and basically the scanning rates of the radio and that. So it is a little noisy, but it shouldn't be too bad.
Mm-hmm. And as per usual, we will be taking questions from our audience during this as well, because it's amazing that even though you're in New Westminster, British Columbia, we have had success on this show during the live Ghost Box sessions, getting answers for people who literally are all over North America and around the world.
Oh yeah, really, distance really doesn't really play a bigger factor in it. It's really, when it comes down to it, it's the intent for us to ask the questions and allow for the entities to answer back. So really time and space really don't matter too much as far as I'm concerned. Generally, you could be in New York or on the East Coast, and here we are on the North, like on British Columbia, for example. So, the other side of North America. So it really doesn't matter.
A lot of people who are critical of what this is all about will say, well, if my grandmother passed away in New York and you're in British Columbia, how is her ghost able to come through in British Columbia?
Yeah, that's a good question. When it comes down to it, the space and time really don't matter in the distance. So really in the ether of things, if she really wants to get through and answer any questions, she would be able to do that. So really there's not a lot of barriers. So again, it's, our intention on this side to make contact that helps. So, state of mind and getting into the whole aspect of using the ghost box too. And also I believe it's the operator too that plays a big role in it as well. If he has any mediumship, or he or she has any mediumship skills which they could use to bring to the forefront for the communications.
That makes a very interesting question then. Why does it matter on the operator if it's the machine doing the work?
Well, I think it's really comes down to, your energy that you put into it as well. So that makes a big thing. The radio's really just like the bridge, as far as I'm concerned. So really it's the intent that this side to make contact on that side or wherever they may be to, complete the communications, in other words.
What do you think the success rate is on something like this for accuracy?
I would say, I'm going to be fairly conservative here, but I'm going to say about, at least 86%.
Why such a high number? That actually surprises me.
Well, you still have that error margin, so I would still say that, it depends on, a lot of factors that are in play. Weather conditions, radio is very much affected by, atmospheric conditions too. So you have to put in a lot of factors for that as well.
All right, why don't we describe, before we give our first test run on this for tonight, why don't you describe to the people in the location of where you are located right now, what's around you that makes it so paranormal?
Well, I'm right at the back of the Columbia Theater, and it's a parking arcade that's basically almost at the level of Columbia Street that's in front of the theater. And you can probably hear a little bit of the traffic noise in the background. And then I have the Fraser River behind me. And generally, the cell towers are on the other side of the river on the Surrey side. And, it's a changing town now of New Westminster. You got high rises, but you still have a lot of the old buildings that are, I guess, designated as heritage sites. So that's basically what it comes down to is, the location here I thought would be very good for tonight.
And normally you have, for the last number of sessions we have done, you have been at a torn down elementary school lot that actually had some tragedy around it before.
Yeah, generally, that was over in Surrey in the Fleetwood area. So, Fleetwood Elementary. So I was right beside adjacent commercial parking lot, right beside the school area there. So,
what do you think? What do you think the difference is between where you've done this show from before and where we're trying it out tonight?
Well, obviously we haven't really got into it yet for the sessions, but I believe that it'll be a good location considering its historical background, the known paranormal activity that's been around this town of New Westminster, and being beside the Fraser River.
Excellent. Well, let's fire it up and let's do a test here, and let's see what's out there to come play. Because in the end, it's really up to the spirits on what you want to hear, or what they want to hear, and who wants to come out. Now, I do want to just address that if you're in the Spreaker chat room or the SOR Space Travelers Club, what I'd like you guys to do is keep all of your answers that you pick out. Okay, don't post them individually as you're hearing them. Put them all together, and I want to be able to read them all on the air. What you're getting, what I am getting. And so at the end of the session, what we could do is just type them all out, hit enter, and then we'll get to them. Now, if you're on Twitter, please do the same thing. That would be great. And to answer Goddess Michelle's question at hashtag Spaced Out Radio on Twitter, you can ask anything you want. Just make sure it's of subject and of mind. Now, Bill, the final question before we get started I want to ask you is, there is a lot of people out there, and I have questioned it myself, who think about audio pareidolia, that they're actually hearing something that they want to hear rather than what's there. How do you define the audio pareidolia?
Yeah, that's the old thing of trying to make sense out of total randomness and chaotic noise like the ghost box. So again, I look for the intelligent responses. So the questions you're answering, basically, is the replies back in an intelligible manner that you could understand, for one thing, and that you record your ghost box sessions. That's always a key factor as well, so you can always listen to it later. So those are the two reasons, are helping to understand everything about the ghost box while you're using the device.
Well, here's one that we can go with right off the bat, okay? Coming up would be my grandfather's. Let's see, how old would he be? He died in 1995. His birthday would be October 16th. And this year, let's see, this is a 17. He would be, I'm going to say, 93 years old right now if he was still alive. Yes, because my grandmother's 89. He was 4 years older than her, so yeah, he would have been 93. So his birthday is coming up. His name was Bill, and he did a lot of things in New Westminster and Surrey and Cloverdale and Port Coquitlam in the Lower Mainland area, all suburbs of Vancouver. I'd like to see if my grandfather Bill comes through since we're close to his birthday. How about that?
Okay. Well, let's turn it on. Get it rolling here. Hello. How is everybody tonight? Do you wish to talk to us to begin with? I'm on a radio show here with Dave Scott. He wants to get a hold of his grandfather. His birthday's coming up about mid-month here on October 16th. His name was Bill. Bill, are you out there? Your grandson, Dave, is here. What was your connection to New Westminster, Bill? Want to say hi to your grandson there, Bill? You have a message for the family. What message would you have? you have any thoughts for Dave, the grandson? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating with us. Okay.
All right. You know what? It takes a little bit, since it's been a while since we had you on the air. I was kind of trying to stumble and figure out what they were saying, but I did hear late in the conversation the word Bill, or the name Bill. Right off the bat, when you said, "How you doing?" I heard good, and then when you said, "Would you like to answer some questions for us tonight?" I heard a man's voice go, "Mm-hmm," and then a woman's voice go, "Oh, yeah." But I'm going to be honest, I did not recognize my grandfather's voice on that.
Okay, well, maybe he'll come through a little later tonight as we get warmed up here, as we move on in our sessions.
Absolutely. So let's read out what everybody else heard here. Going on Twitter, Goddess Michelle heard hello. Sailor heard yeah, I don't, beef up, when, the point, yellow, my feet, I mean I wanted to. And let's see what else we heard here. I'm waiting for the Spreaker crowd. Len got, gremlin, to the point, sorry, yeah, perfect, did you hear, why me? And BTO heard heart attack, sorry guys, yes, perfect. And Bill, he got Bill as well, which is very nice. You know, so we got Dave Davenport, heard someone say, hold on. And Robert White, all the way in Australia, heard this is, before, yeah, perfect, yeah, lightning. All right. So we got quite a few answers there. And, you know, that's pretty much what people are going to hear. What you're listening for, and correct me if I'm wrong, Bill, what you're listening for is something that sounds familiar to the loved one or friend that passed away and is on the other side. You know, you can make it random or whatever, but that's what we're listening for at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, well, if you're targeting somebody, yeah, you're looking for the familiarization of their voice, you know, something that you can recognize as the listener listening. So, yeah, exactly. If you're targeting someone who's definitely passed over to communicate with.
All right. And once again, it does take a clear ear. You got to kind of tune your ears into listening for responses to Bill's questions. That's the hard part. It does work better if you have headphones on. It does work a little bit better. And BTO is asking, how did my grandfather pass away? He passed away from oh goodness, it's 22 years ago now. He had some health problems that he just kind of fell asleep and went bye-bye. You know? So, that's what happened there. So, let's get to the first person of the night. Now, my good friend, Bazooka Joe, he is also my Sasquatch investigator up here in the Caribou, Bill. About a month ago, his mother passed away from cancer. And he is wondering if we could check her out. Her middle name was Frances, and that's all the details I have. But Bazooka Joe's name is really Mark. And, and they were on Vancouver Island. I'm thinking Duncan or somewhere along those lines. Mark, if you're listening, type in a little bit more information.
Yeah, what was the name of his mother's first name?
That's what I gotta get here. I'm gonna ask him.
Yeah.
I know the middle name is Francis. That I do know.
Yeah.
All right. While we're waiting for... Oh, pardon me. Her name was Bev. I'm going to assume that was Beverly.
Bev. Okay.
All right.
So what I'll do is I'll address her as Bev, and then sometimes use Francis as well in combination there. And, we'll just try to make contact, see what happens.
Absolutely. Let's run it.
I have Mark on the other side of my phone. We're doing a radio show tonight. I need to know, is Mark's mom there? Bev? Your son's on the other side of the phone. He wants to hear your voice. Bev? Are you there? I know your middle name was Francis. Do you have a message for your son? What message would you have for your son? Bev, say hi to your son. Just say hello. Are you doing okay now, Bev? Do you have any final words for your son, Bev? What would it be? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating.
All right. Well, I heard some interesting things.
Pardon me.
Oh, that's all right. It happens. I heard some interesting things on there. I heard right off the beginning when you asked Bev if she was there, I heard a very faint hello from an older sounding voice. I then heard a pair of yeses, then a hello again, and then a bye. And then later on when you asked if she, what happened to her over there, I heard crossed over. And then I heard her name, Bev.
Yeah.
You okay over there?
Yeah, just bear with me. I'm just grabbing a throat lounger. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. No problem. So let's see what the audience had heard. So I'm just waiting for them to type in their responses. Come on, guys. You know what to be doing here on your responses. All right. So from Goddess Michelle at hashtag Spaced Out Radio, we got back, Benji, take some, telephone, what, go, no, time, one, that you. And John T. heard Bev, Ginger, Coast, Reefer, Texas, no, Alto. So that's what was heard there. Now, I have to just click on this. Let's see what's came through on Facebook, if anything came through there. Robert White heard Ian, how are you? Okay. Got fun. Loco, I win. Jeff Boyd heard Bev as well. Len Dorman heard yes, good, we're at, okay, yes, okay, no, we know talk, thank you. BTO heard good, paycheck, curdle, continue. Teresa heard good, catch, hi, love. And John heard, yeah, are you, hi, got, I thought, no, you know, are we, and thank you. So, and if you hear the howling in the background, that's my dog upstairs. That is deciding to get excited because Mom's coming home through the door here pretty quick. So if you hear the dog, that's just my dog, not a spirit dog or anything like that. So, Mark, I hope that helped you out. Tara, if you're listening, I hope that helped you out as well. And Mark, I hope you're shining up your RPGs and, your bazookas and everything along those lines, because we know you have the armament of Rambo sitting at your house a few doors down, but that's okay. That's all good. And we will move on. Now, a question for you, Bill. This one's coming from BTO in the Spreaker chat room, who is asking, should listeners focus on a particular voice, for instance, if it's a lady or a man?
Yeah, if you're targeting somebody from, passing over, say, example, your grandfather or your mother, for example, you'd look for that, the cadence of the voice and everything, just generally some voice that that you recognize.
All right, I got a question from Sunny at #SpacedOutRadio. She says, this is very interesting, but how do we know we aren't just hearing what we want to hear in the mix of the radio sounds?
Well, for one thing, the radio's scanning pretty fast, so we're going at least with this radio, I got it, not cranked up too high, because then it's would be hard to hear, but generally the scan rate's probably, I'd say, a rough guess, around 100 millicycles per second, so it's scanning pretty fast. So generally, you will hear a little bit of remnants of broadcast radio, but they usually come and go. So usually when the voices come through, they're usually kind of like some people describe above the scan rate.
Not a problem. Not a problem. So we're just waiting for more questions from anybody on Twitter or in the chat rooms on whom they would like to come through in regards to it, as Mrs. SOR comes in to deliver my nightly Pepsi. Thank you. You're allowed to say you're welcome. Everybody's listening to you because I just introduced that you came into the studio.
Oh, hello everyone. You're welcome, love.
Thank you.
Hello.
Bill Hauser says hello.
Hello, Bill Hauser.
And she's leaving the building. She is leaving the building. Elvis is leaving the building right now, which is all right. Thanks, Elvis, for coming on in. I appreciate that. Store my Pepsi in the fridge right beside me to cool it down, and off we go. Now, Jeffrey Boyd would like to ask about his brother Jeremy. They were very close. They survived together. He made it out.
Okay.
So that's all the details that Jeffrey is giving. So we're looking for Jeffrey's brother Jeremy at this time.
Hello, I have Jeffrey on the other side of my phone. He wants to get a hold of his brother. Jeremy, are you there? Number one, how are you doing, Jeremy? Everything fine? Do you have a message for your brother? What would be that message? You're doing okay right now, Jeremy? Do you have anything you want to tell him, your brother? Are you at peace right now, Jeremy? Do you have anything in final you want to tell your brother there, Jeremy? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating.
All right. So, for Jeffrey, all I saw in the chat room was him putting a big OMG on there. So, Jeffrey, if you're there, I want you to define what that OMG means. I'm hoping it means that you heard your brother. This is what I got from Jeffrey's deceased brother, Jeremy. Right off the bat, when you said, "Are you here?" I got, "Yeah," and then, "Yes," and then you said, "How are you doing?" I got, "I'm good," and then shortly after that, "Thank you." And then you asked another question, and I forget what that one was. It was totally... Then when you said, "Do you have any messages for Jeffrey?" I got, "Watch it," and "What's up?" So now we...
Yeah.
Now we wait, you know... Now we wait and see what the responses are. Let's head over to Twitter and see what we got here. So, from Sailor, we got, "What? A chew, ain't, yeah, oh my, wait, process, what's up?" So, that confirms a couple of mine. Goddess Michelle got sing, yeah, oh my, believe, get your, and listen. John got hey, yeah, password, back, station, Euclid, we, no, live something, he's unsure about that one. One, yeah, listen, what's up, visitor. You know, so when we go on to Spreaker now, let's see what they got in there. BTO got hello, hey, yes, please, oh my, can I say, be careful, visitor. And Jeffrey says, "I was like we, then a voice very clearly." So I'm assuming that he heard his brother's voice on there. Teresa got Boyd, yeah, message, did, please, live, go back, live, the surf. Robert White got hey, awesome, Pepsi, Dave. Now, the Pepsi and the Dave would have been when Mrs. SOR came in. She's not part of the Ghost Box session. Oh yeah, Darcy, good morning, what's up? Jeff says, "I was like, well, not going to hear anything if he sees what I'm doing, the distinct make voice." So he was looking away, and then a deep, clear voice said, "Listen." So he did get the message. It said it sounded exactly like his brother.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I think we're slowly,
warming up.
Opening up. Yeah, that usually happens. A lot of times you'll hear me start coughing. That's usually, I don't know, it's kind of like a reaction to spirit energy around me. So that's another factor that takes in place. It's not always because I have a sore throat or raspy throat. I don't even smoke. So, yeah, that's just something that happens, I've noticed.
We got to get you into some good stuff if you're not smoking, man. Come on, Bill. You know better than that.
Well,
this is British Columbia.
Well, it's going to be legal next year, so there you go. I'll leave it at that.
Exactly. Yeah, you're too close to retirement to worry about that. You're too close to retirement.
That's my strike date for retirement, the 1st of July of 2018. So, yeah.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you, buddy. I'm excited for you because you've been there a long, long time, and you deserve it, my friend. You deserve
something, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say the throat lozenge I'm using is Chinese medicine, so that's one good thing I like to use is I try to stay natural when I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a herbal type of blend of stuff. So
you're talking healthy, and I'm getting a Pepsi delivered into the studio.
Yeah.
Rub it in. Rub it in, my friend. So let's move on here. I'm just checking the Revolution Radio chat room to see if anybody is actually paying attention to what we are doing in there. Apparently not, so we are going to be moving on. All right, so let's get to Teresa's here. Teresa says her mom, Cheryl, passed away 9 years ago. Her birthday is today. Wondering if Mom Cheryl has anything to say.
Okay. Her mom's Cheryl, I believe.
Yes, but before you start, I think Eric Markham has a great answer. He goes, no one is talking over there, meaning the other side, because they are all at the Tom Petty concert. That is a fantastic comment, Preacher. Fantastic comment. I'm sure that Tom Petty is having one hell of a show over there.
I heard Hugh Hefner's there, too.
Exactly. So, all right, let's fire it up. And Teresa's mom, Cheryl, today would have been her birthday. She passed away 9 years ago.
Okay. Hello? Teresa wants to know, is her mom Cheryl there? Cheryl, I hear it's your birthday today. Your daughter wishes you a happy birthday. Do you have a message for your daughter? Cheryl, do you have a message for your daughter? Are you doing okay? Are you at peace right now, Cheryl? Do you have any final messages for your daughter, Cheryl? Okay, thank you for communicating.
That one I didn't get too much on. I was listening hard, but I did not get much on that one. But this is what I did get. And I got, when you said, hi, how you doing? I got, thank you and excellent. A little bit later on, I got the word God. And then I hear it and seriously. So, let us go to Twitter at #SpacedOutRadio. Sailor got things happen. What? Rehab? Wait, they. Oh, yes, I said, we've all. And Goddess Michelle got, yes, it is. Sing. What you want. Fun. Yes. Oh, yeah. Here. Notice. Ghosts. Peace. Remove. John T. got fever. No. Nuts. Clear. 1. Rehab. Don't change. We've all. So I'm going to check the Facebook and see what we got here. Robin got B, peace, yeah. On Spreaker, let me see where we are, because there is a little bit of a delay on that, which we are just waiting for the responses to come through on there as well. And hopefully they will come through. Teresa got, God damn it, Grandma, this, hello, go home, out the door, yeah. Joe got rehab, sleep. Len got, damn it, who is this? It is, we had, or rehab, are you ready? BTO got, who is it? Thank you, take one breath. We have, I'm home, appreciate, we've all, thank you. And Jeff heard at the end, we both. And let's see if there's any more. Teresa is saying, I didn't get much, but I heard her say something. I couldn't make it out, but I heard her voice. Well, that's nice. And Robert White got, God damn it, please, welcome, much, working, one day, the end, what was that? She's got, be up, country, oh yeah, remote. So Teresa said she went to rehab last year because she tried to take her life. Teresa, we're glad you're here, my friend. Don't make me cry. All right? Don't make me cry like that. But we got you. That's the main thing. We got you, and you're a winner in my books. So thank you. All right, we've only got about 3.5 minutes before we got to go to break here, Bill. Is there anything we can do in a short hit to maybe try and stir up some spirits to see if they want to talk? Is there any way to do that?
Okay, well, we can use that new ghost box that I have there. The one I got just yesterday came in the mail. It's the Caudelus 3, built by Mark Caudelus of the UK. Hello? Who would like to talk to us? This was from New West from a long time ago. Who was from New Westminster? You have a message for us. Who else is there? Do I get a name, please? You have a message. What will happen tonight? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating with us. Okay, that's what it sounds like.
That one, I'm going to tell you, was a little rough on the ears. It was very smudged together, and the original machine that you were using was coming through much clearer, in my opinion. I'm just going to check and see what everyone else heard on that. And, yeah, pretty much other people are saying that. I think we got to go back to the original machine, because nobody got anything off of that.
Yeah. Well, the other one's more suited for doing radio shows, I feel anyway. So, but yeah, this one's still it's a good radio, no question about it. I mean, it has given me already some interesting responses.
Oh, wow. Now, where did you get that one, Bill?
That one came from the UK. A fellow by the name of Mark Codless built it. So it's he numbers his radio, so it's box number 3. So it's right at the beginning part of his production line of building ghost boxes.
Is there a big market for ghost boxes out there?
Well, these ones are all like kind of custom built, or boutique ones, as some people would call them. So, yeah, it's not a bad radio, and it's right. So, I mean, the whole thing about having a custom built one, it just. Okay, well, let's go to the break. We'll talk about it later.
Absolutely. It's break time on Spaced Out Radio. Bill Hauser is our guest tonight. We are doing live ghost box sessions all night long. We're going to get to your questions as well in the chat rooms in hour number 2. Sonny on Twitter at hashtag Spaced Out Radio. Your question is coming up next. I haven't forgot it, Moutya. I will get to it. Not a problem. We are going to get to it. Sunshine at Insomnia Doodles. You're listening to Spaced Out Radio. I am your host, Dave Scott. Bill Hauser, live ghost box. More in hour number 2 and 3 coming up tonight. We'll be right back after this.
365 days a year, we're in the field, investigating UFO sightings, talking to alien abductees, and visiting secret military locations like Area 51. We're UFO Seekers, official partner of Spaced Out Radio. Follow our daily search for the truth at ufoseekers.com or like us on social media. Catch us on Spaced Out Radio every third Monday of the month as we discuss Area 51, UFOs, and more. And also, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube.
From coast to coast to coast, Blacklight Uncharted is taking on the paranormal across Canada. From ghostly hauntings to the UFOs flying above in conjunction with MUFON Canada, we're closely investigating what's going on in the northern skies and checking out the apparitions that walk among us. Check out our videos right here at spacedoutradio.com. We want to know your thoughts, we want to hear your experiences, and we want you to share your stories. The answers are out there, and we intend to find them.
Would you like to become one of our space travelers? All you have to do is click on the Space Travelers icon at spacedoutradio.com. For only $5 a month, you can get access to some great prizes, as well as private monthly shows, newsletters, and a members-only section on our website. Become a space traveler today.
It's paranormal news at its finest. Welcome to The Encounter. At spacedoutradio.com, The Encounter online is SOR's trusted news source for everything weird and strange going on around the world. This is news editor Eric Markham. Our team of journalists are scouring the planet for those strange stories that rarely make the mainstream. No fear-mongering or fake news here. Head over to spacedoutradio.com and encounter The Encounter.
Want to learn more about aliens, cover-ups, conspiracies, cryptids, and the paranormal? All you have to do is tune in S4 as we take over Spaced Out Radio Night, starting at midnight Pacific, 3 a.m. Eastern, each and every Saturday night, right after Spaced Out Saturdays. Hi there, this is Eric Cooper from Forest Moon Paranormal. Join me, Corey Ruiz, and friends as we discuss the hot topics of the night. It's fun, entertaining, and as dark as the night. Find us at spacedoutradio.com.
Hey, this is Canadian Paranormal Investigator Mike Moore. The third Wednesday of every month, I'll be teaming up with Dave Scott to bring you Ghosts of the Great White North. Each month, we will bring on guests from across Canada to discuss their ghostly encounters. Canada is a paranormal hotbed with stories you've never heard, so we're going to bring them to you. So get comfy on your Chesterfield, grab a donut, and join us, eh?
Are you an experiencer? Have you had run-ins with strange creatures you can't explain? ETs, Dogman, Bigfoot, werewolves? They're enough to scare the daylights out of anyone. Hi there, I'm Butch Witkowski from your 4-Cop. And on the last Monday of every month, you can listen to me and the host, Dave Scott, talk about the weird and the strange being reported on Spaced Out Radio. I'm going to bring my investigations and sources, you bring your experiences, and we'll figure out the rest together. Strange Days on Spaced Out Radio. Come tune us in at spacedoutradio.com.
Want a place to share your experiences without feeling judged? We have the place for you. If you've experienced sightings or contact with ETs, ghosts, cryptids, or UFOs, and you'd like someone to confidentially look into the matter, just fill out an SOR Sightlines report. Our goal is to help you get the answers you need to the experiences you've had with our professional team of researchers. Your information stays 100% confidential. The SOR Sightlines report. Fill out your experience today only at spacedoutradio.com.
Psychic Sundays, spiritual communication, ET contact, Sasquatch in your backyard. We will have it all on Cosmic Passport with me, Elizabeth Anglin. Each Sunday, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, at spacedoutradio.com, I will take you on a journey of enlightenment. The goal is learning from the soul on out. We'd love it if you joined our experience. Cosmic Passport, heard Sundays at spacedoutradio.com.
Are you interested in advertising on Spaced Out Radio? Head to our website at spacedoutradio.com and click on our advertising tab. There, you will find an assortment of ways you can get your product out there with us, from radio commercials to banners and social media. Have a product you like our hosts to endorse? We can do that too. Visit spacedoutradio.com for more details.
From British Columbia to Northern California, Pacific North Weird has Cascadia covered. Check out our feature videos at spacedoutradio.com, where I, Vincent Zunza, and my super sleuth partner Alexandra Sullivan track down the weird and strange stories from around the Pacific Northwest, from Bigfoot to Mel's Hole and everything in between. This is what makes life exciting. So why report the normal when we can report the Pacific North Weird right here at spacedoutradio.com.
Don't have time to listen to Spaced Out Radio live? Wherever you are, the car, the office, the shower, or even if you're traveling, we're right here for you. Each Spaced Out Radio show can be found on iTunes, TuneIn, and on our YouTube channel, Spaced Out Radio Show. It's the perfect way for you to catch up on our shows. For more information, just head over to our website, spacedoutradio.com, and tune in to us today.
Welcome to Spaced Out Saturdays with me, Dave Cruz from Beyond the Strange. Our weekly feature on spacedoutradio.com will take you around the world discussing everything from the paranormal to the latest conspiracies from the top guests in their fields. We won't leave any story uncovered. Spaced Out Saturdays at spacedoutradio.com starting 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern.
The views and opinions expressed by tonight's guest and topic of discussion do not necessarily represent the official policy or position of Spaced Out Radio, Spaced Out Weekend, Spaced Out Radio Limited, its hosts, syndicated carriers, or anyone associated with this broadcast. Would you like to connect with us? Head to spacedoutradio.com for all your latest show info. And hit us up on Twitter using the hashtag SpacedOutRadio. Now, back to Dave Scott and SOR.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of Spaced Out Radio tonight. I am your host, Dave Scott. Great to have you with us. Tomorrow night on the program, Lisa Barnett is going to join us. We're going to be talking about the Akashic Records at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern Time at spacedoutradio.com. We want to welcome in everyone listening in on WQEE 99 Rock the Key down in Noonan, Georgia, home of The Walking Dead. We are live as well on the United Public Radio Network on 107.7 FM in New Orleans and over 160 countries around the world. Great to have you with us as well. We are also live on KTLK, The Fringe FM, Renegade Talk Radio out of Las Vegas, And if you're listening in on Revolution Radio, remember the Double R Machine is a donation station financed by you, the valued listener. Head on over to freedomslips.com and donate today. Bill Cardwell has set the password for tonight in the SOR Space Travelers Club. Tatterdemalion. Tatterdemalion is your password. Make sure you use it wisely, Space Travelers, as Bill sets a password each and every night right here on the mighty SOR. Now, if you want to follow us on social media, you can do so on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio. Use the hashtag Spaced Out Radio if you want to connect live with me during the show as well. Give our Facebook page a like, Spaced Out Radio Show. You can also join in our Facebook chat in the SOR Space Travelers group. We're also on Instagram, Dave Scott, SOR. You can listen to us on iHeartRadio, TalkStream Live, tune us in on TuneIn, and download and subscribe to our shows on iTunes. Our website is spacedoutradio.com, where we have a plethora of features for you, including joining the SOR Space Travelers Club for $5 a month. You can also rock out to some Bumblefoot. Shop at our Spaced Out Radio store. Read The Encounter online, as well as watch some UFO Seekers and Contact TV videos, and so much more at spacedoutradio.com. Tonight we are doing live Ghost Box sessions with Bill Hauser, who's a paranormal investigator out of Surrey, British Columbia, a suburb of Vancouver. Bill, welcome back, and thank you so much for being back on the show.
Yeah, it's great. Actually, I'm on location here in New Westminster, so yeah, it's nice. So far, it's been very interesting.
Absolutely, and usually the way this show works is we always need that first hour to kind of warm up the spirits, so to speak, in getting used to communication that we are looking for them to communicate through the Ghost Box and that section. Now, of course, we have a train going by right now. I'm assuming that would be a CP rail, but it's probably off
More
in the
likely.
distance. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's train tracks down at the riverside, so.
Absolutely. All right. So let us get to our next question. This one comes from Twitter at hashtag SpacedOutRadio from one of our newest listeners, Sunny. And she goes by Sunshine. That is her real name. She is wondering if we could maybe try to communicate with her uncle Mark. He passed away last year. They were very close. They used to watch comedy shows together. So if we could see if Uncle Mark can come through for Sunshine, because I believe that's what he called her, was Sunshine or Sunny. One of the two.
Okay. Mark, I have Sunshine or Sunny on the other side here. You guys watched movies together and so on. He wants to say hi to you. Do you have a message for her, Mark?
What actually there?
Are you okay on the other side, Mark? Are you at peace?
So,
you have a message for Sunshine. Do you have anything in particular you want to say, Mark, to Sunshine? Are you doing okay there, Mark?
The last count.
Okay, Danny, thank you for communicating with us. Okay.
All right. And for me, it started off very, very slow. And I wasn't hearing anything for about the first minute, and then I was actually there when you asked about you used to go to the movies with Sunshine. And then Gladly, and then I got Hi, and then near the end I got At Last Count, and when you said goodbye, I got Bye Now.
Okay. I did hear kind of a small little sentence there, but I couldn't. It was kind of low in the volume, kind of. But I wonder if any of the listeners heard what it exactly said.
Well, we are going to check it out. Let's go over to Twitter at #SpacedOutRadio. And Sailor got Needle, What Actually, there. So, Peace Catch, 1, Searching, Princess, Hit Connect, The Last Chance, which I got At Last Count. So at times we are going to hear things differently. Maybe I heard it wrong. Goddess Michelle got I Can Hear, Love, Fly, Thursday, Princess, Here, You Bet, Mom, Last Count. John got I'm Not Actually, which I got I Was Actually. What Do You Think? Steer Clear, Patty, Get Over, The Left Count. Right? All right, so Sunny just pulled a fast one on us. She says, please don't be mad, but there is no Uncle Mark. I am not a debunker, but a healthy skeptic. This was only a test. I'm sorry. Sunny, that is ridiculous that you would actually pull that. Okay? There's a lot of people hurting out there that, are looking for answers. And to play on people's feelings like that is absolute crap that you would do that. So I don't really care if you tune out or not. In fact, I think that's a real BS thing that you just pulled. I trust my listeners. I trust my listeners not to pull fast ones on this show. You just pulled a fast one. So as far as I'm concerned, you can go away. I don't put up with crap like that on trying to pull the wool over my listeners' eyes. So I do think that was in really, really bad taste for you to pull that. So I'm going to, you might as well just disconnect because we don't need that crap around here. So that pissed me off. Very rarely have I gone off on a listener like that. But for you to try and pull that stunt on this show, not cool. Not very cool at all. So do what you want to do. As far as I'm concerned, as of right now, to pull the wool over and try and embarrass my guest on my show, that's BS, and you can turn your radio off. Not needing it. Not needing it. So, we're going to forget that one. And never mind. All right, let's get to another one here.
Okay.
Let me just find it here, because I'm not even going to bother reading the responses out on that. All right, BTO is asking, are there any extraterrestrials willing to share information? If so, where from, and what do they like to share? So I guess maybe we're hoping that there's some UFOs flying on over and they can connect.
Hopefully. Well, I would just like to say that the basically inventor of the automated ghost box, Frank Sumption, he used to claim to have talked to different aliens, I believe the Palladians, if I'm correct, and they had a nickname for him called Purple Prince. So, yeah, I mean, it's possible. I mean, I'm not going to doubt that you can't. So if you can talk to a earthbound spirit, you can definitely talk to any other type of entity, shall we say.
All right, let's give it a try.
Okay. So you want me to try to get a hold of
whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Any extraterrestrial that might be coming by, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it that way. Hello? I want to get a hold of any off-Earth Extraterrestrial. Could you identify who you are, please? And do you have a message for us? Could you tell us where you're from, extraterrestrial, who would wish to talk to us right now? How about you, Palladium? Do you have something you want to say to us? Is there any extraterrestrials around Dave Scott's area right now? Are you observing? Are you observing the radio show? Are you observing me where I am in my location? And would you have a message in particular? Who's this?
Shut up.
Shut up. That's not very nice. Who else is there? Any other extraterrestrials wish to talk to us? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating with us. Okay, that was very interesting.
There were some
there.
There was some interesting replies. I'm going to get to what I heard first, and then we will be moving on to the listeners as well. I got, yes, we're here, right here. I did hear the word Pleiadian a little bit later. And then when he asked, is there any extraterrestrials here again, I heard, I am here. Then there was the shut up, and then I could.
Yeah, that shut up caught my attention right away.
Absolutely.
That does happen.
Absolutely.
They'll use profanities and even tell you to shut up. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have no problem with that one. When you hear, say, a spirit on your ghost box that gets a little snarky like that, how do you deal with that? How do you define whether or not there is positive or negative spirits coming through on the box?
Oh, that's a good question. It kind of goes back to your own senses. Do I feel totally negative by it? Not really. It's more like, a slightly impolite comment. It's kind of how I take it. So, yeah, I mean, I have been told to shut up before, so obviously it annoys them, that type of question maybe. I don't know, but it does happen.
All right. I'm just waiting for some responses here from our Spreaker chat room. Trip got Pleiadian, shut up, and Ouija. Adrian, please, shut up, I couldn't. For her, I do, and good. Len got Emmett, none whatsoever. Do you believe this? Yes, I would. Do what? Yes, thank you, please. Hold on. Been there. Don't want it. Unreal. Shorter. Hold on. Next. Shut up. Perfect. Couldn't. And hopefully. John got between. Can't. Can you do it? Go away. It might. Because. Shut up. Okay. It could. You guys again. Teresa got primitive. Ghost. Push up. Freak out. Pleiadian. Yes. Hand. Hokey. And shut up. BTO got alien, be safe, cool, bishop, hopefully, connected, right here, I'm here, swear, shut up, yeah, okay, I couldn't for her, bliss. Elizabeth got between, together, bishop, please, shut up. Chris got shut up as well. And let me see, Robert White got greetings, water tamer, primitive, can you do it? Advice, Bixby, 22, please, I wanna shorty, shut up. We got a breach. I couldn't. Hopefully observe me. So let's see what's happening on Twitter at this time. And Sailor got Twitter. Catch it on that. You might. Please. I shouldn't. Will do. Shut up. Don't wait. Nasty guys. I don't. But. So that's where we go.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are hearing similar responses, so that's a good thing. Obviously, yeah, I mean, it's an interesting session for sure.
Absolutely it is. Right? Few people got bishop, quite a few got shut up, and a few got Pleiadian like I did. So
yeah, that's very interesting.
Let's move on from there. Christopher, is asking, I'm wondering about my grandma. She, sorry, it's a spelling error in here. He's wondering about his grandmother who has been singing to him the song True Love. Don't have a name. Don't have a name just yet.
Yeah, so his name is Bischoff?
Christopher.
Okay, pardon me, yeah. Okay, you want me to do the session then?
Yeah, let's get it going.
Hello, we have Christopher on the other side of my phone. He wants to hear his grandmother. How are you doing to begin with? Do you have a message for Christopher? Are you at peace, Grandma? Do you have any message that you would like to say right now to Christopher? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating with us.
Christopher says he can hear her. I got yes, sir.
Really?
And
oh, that's great.
Yeah, I got yes, sir, in a woman's voice right after you asked if anybody was there. I got out or route or gout. I couldn't figure out what it was. And then I got what the. Ronald got nope. Trip got, of course, false leading, mechanical, go away. Adrian got yes, doubt, do it. Catalina makes an interesting comment here, says it was like she was being interrupted a lot.
Yeah, that does happen. A lot of times other multiple spirits want to come through and say whatever they have to, and then other times they may even speak sometimes on the behalf of who you're trying to contact. I've found that as well, so it does happen. It's kind of like a big party line.
Absolutely. And Len got, oh, God, oh, here, that's good, of course, who? Chris, have you got, is it white? Teresa got Christopher, O for gout for don't good one. BTO got, how are we? Good, of course, hopefully, nice, thanks, no, and gout. So we all got gout. Well, not technically speaking, we all heard the word. Robert White got good, I have, Wolf's Body book for doubt, oh dear don't. And Elizabeth got perfect. That's good, of course. Relax, buddy. Connect to the sky. Love, no, look out. The catacombs on the right, look out again. And that's where we are. So let me find another question. I think that one came through pretty good. Now, I want to tell all the listeners, because Twitter is going crazy here because I kind of lit into Sunny a little bit. And this is subjective. Okay, there's a difference between being subjective and trying to pull the wool over people's eyes in a negative way. So, no, it wasn't valid, as other people see. If you guys don't like it, I will rarely say this. You don't have to listen. Okay? I have a lot of people who listen to this show. I love everybody on this field. Okay? Whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on Spreaker, whether you're not in any of the chat rooms, whether you're downloading, or whether you're on Facebook or Revolution Radio or KTLK or wherever you're listening from. Okay? But I won't have that done here. Of course this is subjective. Absolutely. We're not saying it's not. We're not taking it verbatim. We're seeing what, if there is a possibility of what is going on. This is a very interactive show. Okay? But I will not have the wool pulled over this show's eyes. That's not fair. It's not fair to the listeners. It's not fair to the guest. And especially me, who busts my ass here every single night, trying to bring some quality programming that's a little bit different to everybody else. Call me a little bit sensitive, but I do take this that way. Because I'm the one putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this for all of you. So, remember, this is subjective. We're not here to embarrass people. You can agree or disagree all you want. That's your choice. That's why we give you that option. If it costs a few people on Twitter, I guess I have to be okay with that. I have to. But I'm not going to embarrass my guest or my other listeners, because there are a lot of them, because somebody wants to take a stand. Sailor got, what, Sterling, we have for burp, look out, some, beat the, and number one. Michelle got, that's good, torn, 420, mercy, doubt, don't, gotta, number one, and bye. Muji got, don't eat. He's playing a trick on me. I knew that. I saw that one. You almost got me, Muji boy. Good one. Good one. It says, don't eat the Girl Guide cookies tomorrow. So, that's funny. That is actually funny.
Well, it's always good to have a good sense of humor.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I'm trying to find a question from Eric Markham here, because there's a lot of comments in between, so just bear with me here. He would like to see if his friend Jill has anything to say to him. She was a former lover who died in a car crash.
Okay. I have Eric Markham on the other side. He wants to get a hold of his friend Jill. Do you have anything you want to say to Eric? Do you have a message for him?
Why?
Jill, are you at peace? Are you doing okay there, Jill? Can you at least say hello to Eric? He wants to hear your voice. So do you have anything in final you want to say to Eric? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating.
All right, I got here, face it, when you asked if she was at peace, I got yes. I did get hi, Eric.
Okay, that's good.
And then a female's voice once again saying, shut up. And then I'm around, I'm here, and then bye.
Okay. And does he recognize this voice?
Well, he is on the Spreaker chat, so we're just going to wait for that to happen here. Teresa got friend, basic, what's the difference? Markham, any day, hi. John got, yeah, through, why, what for, go ahead. We're going to, hello, can you, shut up. Ron got quiet, what you got, oh yeah, I'm all right. Hi. Alan says that he believes that she said yes in peace. Daryl got, we can get that. Bird, through, why, bacon, what color, wrong man, bacon, I'm around, hey, and Dave. I didn't hear Dave. BTO got, hi, hey, sweetie, I forgive ya. Yes, holding on. Be a dick. Hey, what else? I'm all right. Any day. Hi. Len got Jill. Why? Yes, yes, damn. Moving on. Oh my. Yeah, he did. Good night. And Ronald at the end heard hi and bye. Elizabeth got here. Eric, friend, I am. Done. That's enough. 5 all around. Any day. A heart beating. Bye. Preacher, who is Eric, we call him the Preacher here, he's found it very interesting that so many female voices actually came through. Robert White got infinite, oh yeah, first prune, why, sure, spoke, woken up, don't leave me be, okay, shut up, not alone, bye. So let's check out what was happening on Twitter. Sailor got frightful, yes, won't go in, it's a ow, disagree, fine, mayday, what? And Michelle got, of course, friend, Michael, band, hello, be here, dad, card, and bye. So, that's pretty much...
Yeah, I mean, those are interesting responses. And again, people were correlating with hearing the same thing with some of the other responses. So, yeah, I found that very interesting.
Absolutely. Let's get to a question from the SOR Space Travelers Club. Amanda, you got a couple of questions in there. I need you to be more specific because we are going to need names as well. And yeah, you can ask questions in here. Robin has a question for you, Bill. He is asking, how is a ghost box different than a geophone?
A geophone. Yeah. Okay, again, I haven't had that much to do with geophone. Is he defining that type of device as an ITC, instrument trans communications, I believe?
I would assume so. Not sure.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that device, so if it's formatted like a ghost box, I guess, yeah, it could give you responses if that's the case. So, yeah, I mean, there's so many different devices that you can use in the ITC. So, I mean, mine is just one of many out there. So, yeah.
All right. Let's get to Bill's question. And he is asking, we have lost so many along the Highway of Tears here in British Columbia, mainly. So he's wondering if any of the women who have disappeared could tell us about what happened.
Yeah, that would be a really good thing to do. Yeah, it's very sad, all those tragic lives taken.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's try that one. Any of the girls that traveled between Prince Rupert and Prince George, it's called the Highway of Tears. Do you have something you want to tell us? Were you murdered? And if you have a name for us, that would be great. Any of the girls that died between that point of Prince Rupert and Prince George on that highway, do you have a message for us then? Could you give us a name, at least one name, please? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating with us.
Right off the bat on that one, I got crying. And when you asked if anybody was murdered, I was hit, in midlife, gone, and disgusting.
Wow. Yeah.
So, very interesting on how that comes together. Because, I mean, you are looking for patterns of the words, are you not?
Yeah, well, definitely responses to the questions, for sure.
Absolutely. Let's see what we got on the Spreaker chat room.
Pardon me, sorry.
Danny is asking why they speak English, because that was the language that they spoke here in British Columbia. And Robin is asking, what is the Highway of Tears? The Highway of Tears in northern British Columbia is a highway where hundreds of First Nations women have gone missing over the last 60, 70 years, disappearing without a trace. Nobody knows where they are. It's very interesting indeed on how that may work. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. It's been going on for quite a while, so yeah, it's very sad. I mean, yeah, I did hear a little bit of that crying while I was doing the session, so yeah, it's sad.
Excellent. All right, so let's get to our listeners, see what they heard. Alan heard a name and Buxton. Ronald heard awesome, resident, done, Lisa, got you. Catalina heard in the event, Jesse, amazing, copy, yes. Alan heard a name Lisa Johnson. We'll have to see if we can confirm that. John heard, there he is, no, them, first it is, talk to you, yeah. Adrian heard, right, I did, I hung up, name, F them. Rupert, interference, Dawn, gotcha, yes, all right. Len got infinite, midway. Jesse, name, got you, yes. Teresa heard trucker, Jesse, yes. BTO heard Ada, Markham, good night. Infinite love, got you. Yeah. Robert Whiteherd going out. Yes. Fields up. Victim, Shanna, Lycra, what if I did? Jesse, Donald, Lisa, costume. So let's see what's happening on Twitter here. And John T. got great, everyone, sucker, please, Haymaker, Birch, Beverly, Jesse, Don or John, gotcha, and yes. Michelle got here, taken, cops, suckers, I don't, accident, dad, Jesus, Daleen, lately, find me. Well, that makes sense. You gotta find me in there.
Yeah.
You know. So, that's just the way it is. And, you know, that was a good question, Bill. Very good question. And,
yeah. Like I said before, it's a very sad, indeed, that tragedy, in a sense, that's been going on for a long time. I mean, that's a long stretch of highway, too, between those two towns. So, yeah, I mean, if somebody is killing people through the years, yeah, they can ditch a body anywhere along there, up in the mountains or on the back roads there. So it's very sad.
Absolutely. Absolutely sad. So, you know, it's something that we, you know, are very sensitive to here in British Columbia, because the unfortunate part about it is people want answers, and there are no answers, the unfortunate part. And so it's something that, you know, it's a tough subject. You know, it's not that we don't want to get into it. I have actually tried to get someone on this show to interview them about the Highway of Tears, because it is so unfortunate what has happened to so many of these ladies. You know, it's sad. And the unfortunate part about it is there are no answers, at least publicly right now. So,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it's a very, very sensitive topic and issue that's going around it, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, let us move on here. I'm just looking for more questions from our audience. And go from there. Let's see here. No, not that one. That was a comment. If you're on Spreaker right now, do me a favor. If you have a question that you haven't had read yet, do me the favor, repost it, because it's going to save me a lot of time from scrolling down and down and down. Let's get to Amanda's question. She, you know, it's a little bit vague, but I'm wondering if we could try something with it. And it was, is her deceased biological father upset that she found his family?
Okay, and her name again?
Amanda. I don't know Dad's name. She's kind of vague on that.
Yeah. Okay. I have Amanda here. She wants to know her biological father. Is he mad that she is trying to find them, the family, and so on? Or is he happy that she is making the effort to try to make contact? And would you have a message for Amanda? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating with us. Okay.
Absolutely. I'm going to be honest. I was having to deal with something else there, so I did not get a chance to get anything very clearly there. But I'm waiting for the audience here. Catalina got hello. I tried. Change that we. I'm out. John got absurd. Charge that we. That is. And let's see what is on Twitter as well as we move out. John T. at hashtag Spaced Out Radio got do it. Oh, please. I tried. Change what we. I'm out. Big. Ask me. Sailor got she tried. What we. Foreign. Stop her. So, yeah. We got a few. Let me go back to the Spreaker chat room because the SOR Space Travelers don't seem to be posting their responses. Unless I'm missing them. I'm not seeing them. All right. Robert White got sound, help, holding, she just, poster, do what we, pay attention, daughter. And then BTO got hello, go on, okay, what we, but yeah, it started. So, there we go. There we go. I think we got Elizabeth coming in. We got about 10 minutes before we got to go to break here, so we have lots of time to get in Elizabeth's question.
Okay.
And Elizabeth is asking, my friend David in spirit was good with radios and electronics and was an abductee as well. Does he have any messages for us?
Okay. I have Elizabeth on the other side of this phone. She wants to get a hold of her friend, David. David, I hear you're good with electronics, and especially radios. Would you have any messages for Elizabeth to begin with?
Dark.
David, do you have any tips for better communications with David, are you at peace now? And are you happy? Do you have any final words for Elizabeth, David? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating.
All right.
Okay.
Right off the bat, before we got to it, I heard the word hello before you had even started the question. And then it says, when you said, do you, or something about Elizabeth having questions, I heard, of course she does. Then I heard dollar, pined or kind, Thursday, and right at the end it was like a man's voice said, say hello. So that's what I heard. And we are going to get into Teresa heard, of course, which I got. Happy. Please, go ahead. I heard Elizabeth and THAL. Catalina heard hello, music sounds, help, we, there's different stuff, mind, yes, Thursday, orders, over, mechanical, and wait. Adrian heard hello, I am, message, dart, hello, weak spirits, find, yeah, Thursday, foolish, you, perhaps, and sell. John heard give it up, I think so, dark, hello, leave, fine, can you hear, Thursday, goodness, move it, you, beat it, is it, well. Ronald heard Jack, hello, interest, mind, I'm here, words, you, Elizabeth. Len heard hello, phone, Dave, touch, message, dark, out, hello, Seacrest, 16 or so, kind, yes I am, Thursday, worst, are you happy, foolish, happy, you are, bitch, and sell. And BTO heard hello, Elizabeth, bless you, hard, Jack, hello, depressed or oppressed. Oh yeah, Thursday, finished, good night, go ahead, is it the... Teresa heard hello, yes, messages, dart, hello, big cat, phone, earth, mint, perhaps, Elizabeth, self. Alan heard negative, bitch, hello, punished, hide. Elizabeth heard hello, Elizabeth, our message, dark, derp, burp, not derp, burp. Hello, the cat, 60%, mind, Thursday, 12, earth, punish, bad words, stop it, you are again, please, specific or Elizabeth. Robert heard, hello, just lighten them up. Domo, Jack, hello, be pressed, big spirit stuff, find, yeah, Thursday, rubbish, you are, isn't it? So let's go over to Twitter, where John heard, at hashtag Spaced Out Radio. Hello, talk a bit, R, message, dart, no, help, hello, greet, mom, mind, Thursday, words, Flemish, I can't, rushed, I have, words, no. And Sailor heard, hello, what's our message, hello, stress, we, kind, not yet, Thursday, worse, what, you, Russian, again, is it, and self. And on Revolution Radio, we got nothing. Because nobody ever listens to us in there that's actually in the chat room. But that's okay. Don't know why. We are a fun bunch around here, though. We are. I mean that. All right. Let us go to the next one here. And very interesting responses. Catalina kind of put it together. Elizabeth, tomorrow is Thursday. Maybe more information for tomorrow. Because almost everybody got Thursday on that one. Adrian is asking, Bill, are there any people that you talk to a lot on the Ghost Box?
Sometimes. In my area, I recognize certain voices that come through. I don't know these people in life personally, but they recognize me and they say, hello, Bill, and they greet me. So it does happen. Some of them actually have accents, so they're speaking in English. So that's the interesting part. So, yeah, it does happen occasionally.
Excellent. Excellent. Robin has a question in the SOR Space Travelers group on Facebook. And he is asking, actually, you know what, we're going to get to that one right after the break because we're only about 2 minutes from going to break here. So, Robin, I'm going to get you to wait on here, okay, because you'll be first going into hour number 3. And, you know, there's just no point in starting it right now when we'd have to cut it off early. That isn't fair to Bill. That isn't fair to the spirits, and not fair to you either. So we are going to make sure that we get in a full session with your question right after the break as well. And once again, what I want to no, Sunny is not banned, John, at hashtag Spaced Out Radio. She made a boo-boo. We're all about love here. Yes, I forgive her. Her and I are going to hug later. We are going to hug. Sunny, if you're still listening, we're going to hug. But, no, she's not banned. I don't ban a lot of people here. There's only been a couple that I banned. And I don't ban a lot because, everything is subjective. People's comments are subjective and everything. But, as we say, just keep an open mind. We're just trying to piece together some answers that maybe, just maybe, come to fruition. And the reason why I say that is, as I've said to many people before on this show, I use a subtitle. I have a long 11-letter Ukrainian last name. Okay, Scott is actually my middle name. So Dave Scott, that's my real first name and my middle name. And about time number 3, I was like you guys out there. I didn't believe anything that Bill was saying. I just heard a bunch of random words. Until one day, I heard my real last name come through. Changed it all for me, that there might actually be something to do with this. It's all about subjective and what you want to hear. But when I heard my real last name, it was extremely clear, just like I'm talking to you right now. You are listening to Spaced Out Radio. Bill Hauser is our guest tonight. Bill comes on every few months when he's got some holiday time to give us a live ghost box session to see where it goes. It's always interesting what the responses are, and it's really cool when we get the answers the same, that all of us heard the exact same thing. We're going to have one more hour with Bill Hauser as we get more into the Ghost Box sessions right after this on the Mighty SOR. We'll be back.
We're getting strange on Saturday nights. Hi there, this is Dave Cruz, and each Saturday, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, I will take you on a tour of the weird and obtuse on Spaced Out Saturdays, from aliens to Sasquatch and every tinfoil hat in between. We got you covered. Join us at spacedoutradio.com for Spaced Out Saturdays. See you there.
Not ready for bed on Saturday night? Right after Spaced Out Saturdays, hop on over to S4 with Corey Ruiz and me, Eric Cooper from Forest Moon Paranormal. With S4, there are no limits to what we try and uncover. From government conspiracies to helping clean up the paranormal, no topic is safe on S4. We get to the heart of the matter, of the subjects you want to learn more about. So tune in on S4 starting at midnight Pacific, 3 a.m. Eastern, only on spacedoutradio.com.
Have you had an experience you can't explain? Would you like someone you can trust to look into it? We have just the place. The SOR Sightlines Report is the place for you to find answers. Whether it's Bigfoot, UFOs, Dogman, ghosts, aliens, or anything strange, the Sightlines Report will get you connected with one of our expert researchers to find out what's going on. All of your personal information is kept 100% confidential. The SOR Sightlines Report, a place for you to find the answers you need. Only at spacedoutradio.com.
Hi there. I'm Butch Witkowski, lead investigator with U4 Cop. On the final Monday of every month, you can listen to me and host Dave Scott on Spaced Out Radio's Strange Days. We're going to get to the heart of the matter when it comes to what's happening out there. People are seeing and experiencing things from ET contact to Bigfoot, and I want to hear about it. Your experiences are what we investigators need to help solve these unknown mysteries. So tune in at spacedoutradio.com to the final Monday of every month from Butch Witkowski's Strange Days.
This is Eric Markham, news editor for the Spaced Out Radio's The Encounter Online. We have put together a great team of writers and journalists from all over the world to bring you top-quality paranormal stories, from alien encounters to the latest conspiracies. You won't find any of that fake news here. True stories and top-notch reporting as we look to bring these experiences to the mainstream. The Encounter Online, only at spacedoutradio.com.
Do you want to know the truth? Do UFOs exist? Are aliens real? Are the governments hiding the biggest secret in history? We're UFO seekers, and we're on a hunt for the truth. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow along with us as we journey across the United States, visiting UFO hotspots and alien hotspots, trying to document the UFO phenomenon. Catch us on Spaced Out Radio every third Monday of the month as we discuss Area 51, UFOs, and more. And also, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube.
Patrolling the Pacific Northwest, we are always on the lookout for the strange and unassuming stories that real people are experiencing. Hi, I'm Vincent Zunza from Pacific North Weird. Me and Alexandra Sullivan have teamed to bring to you those odd stories that never seem to make it into the mainstream. Stories so weird that will leave you scratching your head wondering, is this real? It's as real as it gets with Pacific North Weird. You can watch our videos right here at spacedoutradio.com.
Become more intimate and interactive with Spaced Out Radio. Join our Space Travelers Club with your new membership. For $5 a month, we'll provide you with special access to the website, monthly prize draws from books to psychic readings, along with monthly newsletter, private interviews, and more. Sign up today to be part of Spaced Out Radio's experience.
Looking for a place to advertise at a very reasonable cost? Look no further than Spaced Out Radio. SpacedOutRadio.com has an advertising tab that you can click to check out our daily, weekly, and monthly packages to play on the radio, or our website including social media. From commercial spots to banners, we have it all. Check out our competitive pricing today.
Don't have time to listen to Spaced Out Radio live? Wherever you are, the car, the office, the shower, or even if you're traveling, we're right here for you. Each Spaced Out Radio show can be found on iTunes, TuneIn, and on our YouTube channel, Spaced Out Radio Show. It's the perfect way for you to catch up on our shows. For more information, just head over to our website, spacedoutradio.com, and tune in to us today.
You hear footsteps in the empty room above you. A rocking chair begins rocking by itself. Don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night. Reach for Spirit Storybox, the iPhone app the Huffington Post UK called the only ghost hunting app you will ever need. Spirit Storybox. The spirits are telling their stories. Are you listening?
Strange creatures lurking in the night, the sounds of wood knocking in the forest, odd happenings right out of a fictional world. These are the reports I love. Hi there, this is author Ronald Murphy, and I would love it if you join me and Spaced Out Radio host Dave Scott the second Wednesday of every month on our journey into the unknown land of cryptozoology at spacedoutradio.com. From Mothman to Frogman and everything in between. Hey, they don't call me the crypto guru for nothing.
It's Cosmic Sundays with me, Elizabeth Anglin, in Cosmic Passport. Let me take you down a 3-hour spiritual journey where we will get into everything from ET contact to Psychic Sundays. It's a journey of listening and learning together with some of the best professionals in their fields. You can tune in to Cosmic Passport at spacedoutradio.com every Sunday, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern.
The views and opinions expressed by tonight's guest and topic of discussion do not necessarily represent the official policy or position of Spaced Out Radio, Spaced Out Weekend, Spaced Out Radio Limited, its hosts, syndicated carriers, or anyone associated with this broadcast. You're listening to Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott. Follow Dave on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio and hashtag Spaced Out Radio, and on Facebook, Spaced Out Radio Show. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back to the third and final hour of Spaced Out Radio tonight. I am your host, Dave Scott, taking you through the night. Tomorrow night on the program, Lisa Barnett is going to be here. We're going to open up the Akashic Records. We get going at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern Time at spacedoutradio.com. We want to welcome you if you're listening in on WQEE 99 Rock the Key down in Noonan, Georgia, home of the Walking Dead. We are live as well on the United Public Radio Network, 107.7 FM in New Orleans, and over 160 countries around the world. Great to have you with us as well. We are also live on KTLK, The Fringe FM, Renegade Talk Radio out of Las Vegas. And if you're listening in on Revolution Radio, remember, the Double R Machine is a donation station financed by you, the valued listener. Head on over to freedomslips.com and donate today. Bill Cardwell has set the password for tonight in the SOR Space Travelers Club. Teterdemalion. Teterdemalion is your password. Make sure you use it wisely, Space Travelers, as Bill sets a password each and every night right here on the mighty SOR. Now, if you want to follow us on social media, you can do so on Twitter, at Spaced Out Radio. Use the hashtag Spaced Out Radio if you want to connect live with me during the show as well. You can give our Facebook page a like, Spaced Out Radio Show. You can also join up on Facebook for our live chat in the SOR Space Travelers group. You got to sign in for that one. We are also on Instagram, Dave Scott, SOR. Now, you can also listen to us on iHeartRadio in the United States, TalkStream Live, tune us in on TuneIn, download this show and others on iTunes. Our website is spacedoutradio.com, where we have a plethora of features for you, including joining the SOR Space Travelers Club for $5 a month. You can rock out to some Bumblefoot. You can also shop at our Spaced Out Radio store, watch some UFO Seekers or Contact TV videos, read The Encounter online or my blog, everything at spacedoutradio.com. Tonight we are talking with Bill Hauser. He is a paranormal investigator out of the Vancouver, British Columbia area of Surrey, and he specializes in using ghost box sessions, which we are going to be doing once again, answering your questions if you're on Twitter or in any of the chat rooms following us on a nightly basis. So, Bill, welcome back.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
All right. Let's get to Robin's question, because we were about to start Robin's question, but we just ran out of time. Now, he is asking if we could try and contact his granddad, Glenn Arden St. Charles.
Okay. I have Robin on the other side. He wants to communicate, or at least make contact with his grandfather.
You little crush. Right.
Do you have a message for him, grandfather?
I'm not. I like.
You have a message for your grandson. Robin would like to know.
Marijuana.
What would you like to tell us? Are you at peace, grandfather? Is there something in particular you want to tell your grandson there, Robin, grandfather? Are you doing okay there, grandfather? Are you happy, at least? You have anything final you want to tell your grandson, Robin? Okay, well, thank you for communicating. Okay, how was that?
Lots of female voices on there. Lots of female voices.
Yeah, it was like that too with some of the other sessions. I noticed a lot of.
Absolutely. I also noticed a lot of Chinese on there, but of course, being near Vancouver and spinning an FM, there are a couple of Chinese radio stations in the area. So obviously, that's what we would be picking up.
Well, possibly, but also I've also picked up a lot of Cantonese and Mandarin little bits of snippets of voices talking to each other as well.
Absolutely. I got on there, cool to catch that, and call him. That's what I got.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So I got that, and let's see what we got in the Spreaker chat room. I got to scroll way up here, so please bear with me. And let's see where we are. See, the problem with this is it takes some time. Trip got OE and Do, and Ronald got He Will, Crush, I Know, Alec, Be With You, Marijuana, Rockstar, Quit It, Would You Take? And Catalina got Oh God, Polar, A Little Crush, I'm Not, Okay, I Like, Yeah, Marijuana, Call In, All Right, Report, Come Back to Me. John got A Little Crush, I'm Not, Reflect, I Like, Marijuana, Yeah, I Feel Weird, Come. Len got Rachel, Polar, A Little Crush, I'm Not Your Bitch, Alex, You Harping, Marijuana, I'm Good, You're a Sport. BTO got Polar, You Little Crush, I Have a Few, I Like, In Near Water, Call on Me, Okay Wait, I'm Good, Robert, It's Like. Teresa got Little Crush, I Know. What's That? Yes, Harp, Twitter. Somehow I don't think grandfather would have known about Twitter, but I could be wrong. Yes, Time, Voice, and I Heard Robin. Now, Adrian got You Little, Won't Forget That, Marijuana, Who Won, Rob, I'm Here, Hitchhike, Tell Me, Where Was He? Teresa got Polar, A Little Crush, I Like, A Lot of, My God, Coming Home, Robert, Go Forth, Get Back. Robert White in Australia got How, You Little Cart, Who Will Be Getting the Bad Side, Alec, Marijuana. You know, you guys are a bunch of potheads on Spreaker. Everybody getting marijuana there. What was I listening to? Bunch of potheads. And I mean that with all due respect. If you're not passing around and sharing to your local chat friends, you're not doing it right. Anyways, Robert also got Yeah, Jacob, Calm, and Give Me Howie and Grandma. And let's see, that's about it. Let's go over to Twitter and see what happened on Twitter. And John T. got Polar, A Little Crush, I'm Not, Okay, I Like, Marijuana, Yeah, Calm, Yes, I can see. The Twitter crowd is also a bunch of potheads too, and I mean that with all due respect. Sailor got Polar, Mean Little Sasha, Bill, I Hear You, Marijuana, Rich, It's How, Hitch, Hike, which is good. And Canadian Joe got Marijuana as well because, well, you know, he's a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, Bill, and you know how they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know how they are. Yeah. You know it, Twitter crowd, or Leafs crowd. Canadian Joe, Bill Cardwell. I know Bill Cardwell's going to post something right now in the SOR Space Travelers Club as soon as he hears that, because he's all about the whole Leaf Nation thing, which don't really understand, and our Canucks will be lucky to win 25 games this year. But my Oilers started off well. That's the main thing. All right. I'm going to just scroll down here to check and see if there's any other questions in the chat room on Spreaker. All right, Adrian has a question. She is saying, Bill, I would like to ask my grandmother, Sedelia, if she is still with me. I've never tried to contact her. Sedelia, Cedilia.
Sedelia. Okay. And her name is Adrian?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have Adrian on the other side of my phone. Grandma Sedelia, are you there?
I'm sorry.
Adrian's there. You have a message for her.
4,000. Saint. Hey.
Are you always around, Adrian? Grandma Sedelia? Are you watching out for her?
Well, bit. Fuck.
Yep, you want to tell her in particular?
Shot her, see. No, fine.
Grandma Sedelia, do you have anything in particular you want to say? You have a message? Something of importance? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating with us.
There was some good stuff on that one.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Right off the bat, I got, I am here. And then when you asked, do you have anything to say? I heard, I do. Then I heard, sorry about that. Little bit. I'm not qualified. Don't know what that means.
Yeah.
So that's just what it is all about. Let's see what our Twitter crowd got. Sailor got kinda, hey, they do, what's happening? Happening, no thanks, what? John got, I'm sorry, let's ask. Hey, well, get, fireflies, cryptic, mini, cloud, call sign, stay, I'm out. All right, let's head over to the Spreaker crowd. And let me just grab that here. I appreciate the patience while I battle through all these different windows on my computer. All right. Ronald got beside, she drinking, offer, sorry, no thanks. Catalina got, I'm sorry, 4,000. When? Rufus, a little bit, hotter, I'm fine. Adrian got, I'm sorry, 4,000, please. All right. Tell me what's up, get well, I'm fine, music, goodbye. John got, I'm sorry. Are we? What's that? No friend, my goodness. Teresa got, I'm sorry, want to meet. Hey, every day, I'm a grandma, shock, health, sign. Len was, that's good, yeah, I'm sorry, what's that? Hey, little bit, 50, that's all. She hurts me, I'm fine. There was an FU thrown in there. I did hear that too, I just didn't want to write that down. But confirmation. Good, and I am out. BTO got, I'm sorry, change, hey, I'm in a better place, a little bit near water, very big, shot her feet, I'm fine, good, it's good. Tessa got, beside you, hi, Tess, think, K, Oak, yeah, why not, could have got that, Carrie, daughter, it's Robin, Lisa. Geography, something to say, yeah, I love, stay. Robert got, shut up, what's that? Hey, little bit, water, exactly, have mercy. So, a lot of the same results.
Yeah, it's
but
very
a lot
interesting.
of yeah.
Getting shut up tonight quite a bit, so that's
Yeah.
very interesting too.
Yeah. Let me ask you about those patterns. When you see patterns of words, like tonight has been shut up. That has been a big piece of the puzzle tonight in regards to that. So I'm just wondering, when you see a pattern of argumentative words like that, shall we say, what do you put into that as someone who does this on a regular basis?
I kind of interpret it as they don't want to engage too much in communication and basically kind of get out of my face sort of thing, shut up sort of. And when it comes to the F-bombs and, words of that nature, what's very interesting is this is broadcast radio where it's scanning through the dial. So the thing is you can't say those kind of words on broadcast radio. That's a no-no. So I always say, well, where is that coming from when you use words like the F-bomb here? I know that the communications thing here in Canada don't like that at all. That's a no-no, especially in the United States and probably other countries. So I leave it to the viewers or the listeners to kind of figure that one out. Where do they think it's coming from?
And I can concur with Canadian broadcast law, and I know the FCC regulations as well. I mean, you can't be dropping F-bombs on the radio. You just can't.
No, and I've gotten a few very interesting F-bombs through the years, and, where they're actually directing it at me. So, yeah, it's very interesting, but at the same time, you kind of wonder, where's that coming from and why and so on.
Robin, you remember when we heard the marijuana word quite a bit? He is stating that he is letting everyone know that his grandfather did use medical marijuana when he got into his late 80s before he passed. So the fact that we all had, everybody but me got marijuana, I think that's a good confirmation there.
Yeah, it's very interesting that would be revealed, and things like this come out on the Ghost Box too. So,
Trip is asking you a question.
Okay.
He's asking, does Bill research the radio stations to see what shows might be on and their topics to cancel out any possible contamination?
That's a really good question. Actually, I go in very cold into a location, and I don't really bother listening to I do listen to radio, yes, occasionally on my car radio. That's usually for news and so on while I'm driving. But, however, I don't really get into a lot of the programming on radios there because I'm scanning really fast, so it chops up that broadcast radio pretty good. So, if anything, on FM, you get more bleed-through of music coming through, and some of the listeners probably have heard that as well.
And I want to add to that for just a moment as someone who has worked in Vancouver radio. When you're working in Vancouver radio, especially at night, you can pick up stations all the way down from Seattle to as far away as Portland and even San Francisco. If it's depending on the weather. If it's a cloudy night, you're not going to get San Francisco, but you can get a lot of radio stations. Plus, you have all the radio stations on Vancouver Island that have strong signals that you're picking up. So literally, for Bill to do that, he would literally probably have to go through, I'm going to say at minimum 100 different radio stations to try and figure out what they are doing on a daily basis. So it would be a next to impossible task for him to do that. So just wanted to clarify that a little bit. So I hope that answers your question there, Trip. All right.
Yeah.
BTO is asking you, Bill, are there spirits who can interfere via spirit box?
That's very much possible, or they could actually physically touch you. I've had that experience on a few occasions. I think I was expressing that earlier in the night with you there, Dave, when you called me. Over across the river is Patella Bridge, and they have a little park down below there. And there's been a lot of suicides and car accidents and marine mishaps and so on around that area. So I did a YouTube video, and in that YouTube video, I got my forearm kind of tugged, so like a hand grabbed hold of my forearm and tugged me to get my attention. And that was in the middle of the afternoon, around 2:30. So that was, it definitely got my attention, shall we say. And it doesn't surprise me for the amount of deaths that have occurred in that area.
To add to BTO's question in regards to spirits interfering, he's saying interfering with regards to stopping other spirits from sharing.
Okay, well, that could happen as well. Again, you don't really know too much about what's coming through. I've had, like stronger voices come through that have kind of quashed the other voices. Yeah, that does happen. I would say occasionally, yes.
Robin is asking, Bill, has there been a time where you didn't use the ghost box in investigation?
Oh, yeah. I've used just strictly traditional EVP work if I'm going to go that route, and then, your regular photos and get baseline readings of EMF and so on of the area. So, yeah, I have used, the basics in ghost hunting.
Is it something you still enjoy, Bill? Do you still get a little bit of excitement going into an investigation, or has it just become almost like a secondary job for you now?
I'm still excited because you never know what you might unravel in a location, especially a brand new location there, and if it has a certain amount of history associated with it. So it's always, things can happen there that just surprise you.
I want to talk about the etiquette of the ghost box, because there's been a lot of tragedies lately, not only in Las Vegas, but, there's been a lot of music and musicians and actors dying recently as well. And we all know that there are certain ghost box members who are now retired who would immediately try and make contact after finding out about the death, and really, in my opinion, not having much couth on the subject at hand. What is the etiquette that goes around with the ghost box? Because let's face it, we haven't brought up Las Vegas tonight. We haven't brought up Tom Petty. We haven't brought up other people who are famous who passed away within the last couple of weeks here. What is the etiquette?
Well, it's individual choice for the operator if he chooses to do that, and then if he decides to put that up on a YouTube video or whatever, that's his own, that's his prerogative, I guess, if you want to say that. But yeah, there is some etiquette on that. I mean, paparazzi-style ghost boxing, that's what I call it, trying to contact a celebrity who's passed away recently. It's a touchy situation there, and it also could really offend the existing family and so on. So I tend not to get involved in doing that type of ghost box work in general.
Just waiting for anybody to bring in more questions. We are efforting because the audience is still trying to catch up with everything here. So while we're waiting for them, I got one here. I would like to talk to... Well, I'm sure you've heard the story, Bill, that I have a ghost in my yard. His name is Richard, or Rick. Or, pardon me, his name is Richard, but he goes by Rick. Lived here a number of years ago.
Okay.
I am, he's a good guy. I have seen him. Mm-hmm. He's about 5'7", 5'8", a very thin guy. He had dark hair. When I saw him and he disappeared right in front of me, he was wearing a whitish-type T-shirt. He had a mustache, good quality mustache. He was wearing light blue jeans and white runners. And he was probably about 15 feet away from me when I saw him and then watched him disappear. And this was around mid-October of 2015. I did ask him if he would do me one favor, because he wanted to stay on the property. He didn't want to go to the light. He really liked it here. He said, "Don't worry, I don't come in the house." And I asked him to make sure that keep the wild animals out, except the deer, because I like the deer, but bears and cougars. And Mrs. SOR has actually seen him guarding our garbage cans, so that way they don't get tipped over. Haven't had a garbage can tipped by any bears since him and I struck that deal. So I would like to hear from him to see how he's doing and how he made it through the forest fires, and did he keep the animals out of our yards and, potential thieves out of our yards, because my house was unscathed during the forest fire.
Yeah, it sounds like he's very much watches over and like a guardian kind of spirit.
Absolutely. Love the guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely love the guy.
Yeah, I'd love to have a spirit that watches over like that. That's awesome. Okay, well, and his name is Rick or Richard?
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll address him with both those names. Hello, I'm trying to get a hold of Richard, or if you like to be called Rick. You hang out. You were originally a resident of Dave Scott's property, but you've passed on now. I want to know, how are you doing to begin with? You have something you want to tell Dave? Or any members of his family? Do you have a message? Rick, Dave deeply appreciates you keeping the bears and the cougars away off his property now. Especially going after the garbage and stuff. You're doing a very honorable thing there, watching over the family. How did you do during the summer? Did you keep the bears and the cougars away and all that stuff during the forest fires, the wildfires at 100 Mile House, especially around Dave's property? And maybe some burglars. Seems that you do very well there. You're at peace, I believe. Is that true? You like hanging out on the property there?
Science?
You have something in particular you want to say to Dave right now? Rick. Okay, well, we thank you for communicating.
You know what, Bill? I can honestly say when I do a reading on something that I want to hear, I can never pick out what's being said. I can never, I never hear it. So I'm sitting here concentrating, listening to what's out there, and I literally got nothing. So I'm relying on the audience here in the chat rooms to see what they got in order to see what's out there. So John got fine, we've been, no, does it feel, I mean, thanks, that's some, Benji, one last, science, hi Dave, got it. And let's go over to the Spreaker chat room, and Ronald got doesn't, hi Vic, Alan got busy, science, bears, Rick. Tessa got yes, how, even, I just want to stay. That don't sound good. Rick, yeah, I'm almost there. Bev, car, science, Beverly, I thank God, bye, and you. John got yeah, I couldn't, I don't, I am, yeah, memes, fine, turn it up. Hi, Rick. Daryl got heaven, this is hell, get up or out. Didn't he or doesn't he? Whatever. Sunny. Hi, Nick. Mad at me. BTO got he's been. Who gives a F? Thanks. I was him. Signs. Hi, Rick. That's you. Monica, you welcome. Teresa got Bill, Science, Vic, Ghost, Scots. Adrian got hello, Dave. Yes, this is how it was. Yes, does it? Yeah, thank you. I want to. Sign. Hi, Dave. A lot of pain. Robert in Australia got isn't. Time. Joseph, isn't hard. When you asked keep bears kept away. Oh, calm. Yeah, science. Living it up. No thanks. Not a gun. Body. Len got thank you. F you. Sorry, no. Rock or Rick. And it sounded like something said F you, Dave, according to Ronald. But yeah. John T. clearly heard hi, Dave. See, I didn't hear any of that. You know, I get it for other people. I just don't get it for me. I don't understand. It's weird. You know, Robin heard Rick mad at me, science. So, very interesting. Very interesting, because there is some patterns there. Rick is a cool dude.
Yeah.
Now, I did get asked by one of our listeners, and I'm trying to find the question here. BTO is asking what Rick wants in return to protect me. We actually made a deal. He asked if he could stay in the yard. I said yes, absolutely. He said, don't worry, I don't go in the house. And apparently he liked to build things out of wood. And so in my carport, I keep wood for him, because I don't have a shed right now. And so I keep wood around. And always in my carport, because he liked to build with his hands. He liked to build things with wood. So that's what I do, and I always keep some tools out for him as well. So there's always tools lying around, you know, in my carport. So that's kind of the deal we have, you know. But he's been awesome. He's been very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds very interesting. Has he moved the piles of wood around or made any?
No. I can tell you right now, I went outside during the break to check and see if the northern lights were out, because we had that a couple of times last week. Unfortunately, they're not, but I know there's deer in my backyard right now. So.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So he allows the deer.
Deer are allowed.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want any bears or cougars, that's for sure.
No. Apparently there was a bear in the area earlier this morning, too. So that was right around when kids were going to school. So they had to put the school on lockdown until the bear got out of the area. But
yeah,
I'm sure he's looking for a final meal before he goes up for winter hibernation here. So that is that. Adrian says, wow, Dave, you have been very respectful and accommodating. So has he. Yeah, it's a pretty good team effort around old SOR HQ here. You know, because we all try to work together. And, you know, it's interesting around my property. You never know what's going to happen. No, Robert, I won't burp from my Pepsi. Sip. He's always listening to see if I'm taking a sip of my Pepsi. All right, Bill Cardwell has a question.
Okay.
He is asking if there are any spirits, from the town of Frank, Alberta, that would like to communicate about the rock slide that buried their town many years ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was quite the... I know a little bit about the history of that town. So basically, does he know, or was there any old relatives that were associated?
I think it's just a generalized question, to be honest.
Okay, so let's try to get a hold of the spirits of the town of Frank. Okay. I want to get a hold of any of the spirits from the town of Frank in Alberta. You had a terrible tragedy there of a rock slide. You have something you want to tell us? What would be the message there? The spirits from the town of Frank. Did we get a name of somebody that was a resident of Frank? Of the town of Frank in Alberta. Do you have any thoughts that you want to tell us? Anything in particular? Okay, well, we thank you for talking to us.
All right. I got, right off the bat, who and town. Then I got a female voice that said water. Then a male voice that said quick, and another male voice that said article. Then right, and then a male voice that said was rocks. And then another male voice that said got wrecked.
Wow.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Sailor on hashtag Spaced Out Radio on Twitter said, "Don't let you got suck it in, right? Red rum, it's not Rick." John got no negative life midwife piecemeal Rick music beer got him. And on Spreaker, Tessa got hello. We're here. No, I want. I think I'm sad. Don't let. Leave me. We need. Thank you. Gia. Ralph. Something in French. How. You all right. Rick. Music. And you. You are. Teresa got hate it. What up? Windy. Arco. Lifestyle. Midwest. Buzz. Love. Rick. Tragedy. Music. Daryl got what up? Donut. Winnie. Hicks. Don't get in. Right. Go team. BTO got tell me, hanging in there, Vic, negative, right, it's beyond, oh, Rick, dude, trouble. Len got who? Same as me. No, what are you? Say again, Frank here, no, Rick, no, sir, dude. Appreciate it. So we got a bunch of different answers there. I'm sure there'll be a few more. Let's see what else came through. If anything came through in the SOR Space Travelers. No, they're pretty quiet tonight. They're just asking questions in there. Let's see. That was a good one.
Yeah, very good. Just want to mention we got sirens in the background there.
Yes, I was just hearing that. Just absolutely hearing that.
Yeah. And I see I did see the police helicopter a little ways over going in that direction, so something's going on.
Another beautiful night across the Fraser River in Surrey.
Well, actually, I'm on the New West Side, Dave.
I know you are, but are they racing to Surrey? Is the helicopter racing to Surrey?
No, this was in New West here, because it's the New West Police Department. Yeah, they're racing down they were down Columbia Street there, so I could see the flashes of the light from their lights of their patrol cars. Anyway, it's typical of the Lower Mainland, so something's going on.
See, that's why you got to move north, my friend. You know when the sirens go off, it's usually somebody hitting a deer.
Yeah.
The odd time a moose, but usually a deer.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Alan is asking some general questions. Just if you want to do just a regular general's ghost box. Basically, how many spirits are within you? Can you travel to the moon? Do you see a light? Did you travel through a tunnel?
Okay.
You know how it goes. What it's like where they are, that was what Adrian was asking.
Well, sometimes they mention things like that. They'll say either happy. So, and I ask that question a lot about that. So, we'll give it a shot, see what happens. I want to know, do you guys go through the tunnel back and forth? Do you go back to the light and come back out to see us? Do you go to the moon? Do you go visit the moon? Or are you earthbound? And how many spirits are around this area right now where I am in New Westminster, where I'm parked my car? How many active spirits? How many active spirits over at the theater right now? At the Columbia Theater? Are they aware of us communicating over here? Any spirits that move around New Westminster and travel around? Do you have a name, please? Okay, thank you for communicating.
Just so much trying to come in on that one. It was hard to tell.
Yeah, it's just like they're pouring in, shall we say. A lot of voices, multiple voices.
Yeah, they were really overlapping on that one from what I saw. I only got a few on there. Right off the bat, when you asked anybody here, I got yes. And then another lady's voice saying what, and then, I do. And then I heard a man's voice say, let's do it. And that's pretty much all I got on that one. Let's see what's happening on the Twitter crowd. John got, I can fire, yeah, shh, no, south 2, train, everything, begin, tires 4. So that would have been when you asked how many people are in the Columbia Theater. Beep, beep, let's do this, my nail, why, right, bitchin'. Sailor got weird, guys, woof, tramp, no country, circus, that's huge, why, and Richard. And we'll see what else pops through here. And Teresa got yes, weird, South Pole, train, trace, union, bitchin', flight. BTO got correct, yeah, nice south, you can't, begin, plenty of them, quite right, bishop, leave me. Len got what, fire, yeah, no, counting, train, again, nail, quiet, Richard, leave me alone. John Teeter got what, not here, no, nicer, shout, train, trace, let's do. We, huge, my nail, quiet, which, it, and light. Adrian got perhaps, yes, no, right, south 2, train, everything, trees, 30, oh, some, huge, O'Neill, quite, good night, 5, Richard, leave me alone.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, some of the responses were train, and yeah, there is a train line down more or less following the Fraser River on the New Westminster side.
Absolutely. Tessa is asking, how if I guess they want to do another generalized, but let's see if there's any more direct questions for people. Try and keep them, if you don't mind. It's easier for Bill when we're doing this, and Bill, please correct me if I'm wrong, but if we have a target that we are going to.
Well, it does help if we're trying to contact somebody or people in general at a location or whatever that might have had a tragedy. That's usually a good way to try to get the communication going. If it's general, I mean, anything can come through, so it's just kind of a free-for-all.
Right. Robin has a question here. He says he lives in Northwest Washington. I think he's in Seattle or around there, maybe just north. He says, every time I go to the mall, I always see this female apparition that comes to me on Highway 202. Do you need more? Do you need more than that, Bill?
Okay. And that's his name again was
Robin.
Robin. Okay. Let's see if we can find out something here. I have Robin on the other side of this phone. He wants to know the apparition that comes to him on the highway there, near where he lives. What is your name? What's your purpose in showing yourself to Robin? Do you have some connection to him? Are you at peace? This apparition that shows himself or her to Robin. What happened? Can you tell us that? How did you die? You don't mind me asking. Did you die in a motor vehicle accident, possibly? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Pardon me.
I had troubles hearing things right up until the end. And when you asked what happened, I got fire, and then I got woman, and then when you asked, did you die in a car accident, I got you got it.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's kind of, my intuition's kicking up if if he's experiencing these kind of apparitions near a freeway or whatever. It's very likely the person died of a motor vehicle accident.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see what the audience says, because that will likely be our final one of the night. And let's get to Adrian here. She says, angry, get back, no, how old, a little, I am, 3, be late, did, how did you die, that working. Len got Heather, please, Richard, no, from 2 different voices. Dream, wait, no, Dorman, my last name, or Len's last name. Oz, that, welcome. Teresa got ship, contact, Stephen, a laugh, debate, foreman, hi babe, worker. BTO got Ryan Grieve, just an act. What's that? No, I don't know. Leave it. Be late. Planet. Sad. Mormon. Hi Vic. Work on. Teresa got no, never. Lee. I want. Yeah. Connection. Laughing. Towel. I want a dream. Yeah. It's late. Kate. Fall. Foreman. Oh dang. Except that work of art. John got another. Why? We. Huh? No. Maybe. I wonder. Dream it. Be late. That works on. Ronald got giant. Humid. We think fire was a car. Robert got no. Stephen, yeah, when asked at peace. Car, what happened? That, work on. And let's go over to Twitter and see what happened over there as we fire up the Bumblefoot. John at hashtag Spaced Out Radio got another one. Hey, man, Donna, teacher, no. David, dream, yeah. Planet, beautiful, home, that, work 'em. Sailor got Arden, he said, it is. Or is it? Dream, it's late. No, do. That's what the... And Muji got, I don't. Yeah, maybe. Nicer. Begin. Water. Yes, sir. Get the Ouija. Meet me. And flight. So a lot of different responses tonight, Bill. But it was a lot of fun, and unfortunately, our time is up. Why don't you tell everyone, Bill, where they can find more information on your work with the Ghost Box?
Well, they can go to my YouTube site. I just put up a video yesterday. It's Candoey, Candoey. You just put that into Google, and a lot of stuff will come up about me. Or you can put in Bill Hauser, a.k.a. Candoey. That's another way. So I'm on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and so on, and Google+, and... also have an audio library that people can listen to highlights and small sessions around 10 minutes, so you can listen to that as well. And I'm definitely on the internet big time.
Excellent. We want to say thanks, Bill, for spending tonight with us. And, of course, you'll let us know when you're back on holidays, when we can get you back on again, because I know you're one of the most entertaining guests that we have here on a regular or sub-regular basis, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's great. I enjoyed it tonight. It was very interesting questions from the audience, and I thank them very much.
For sure, not a problem. You hold on here. I'm going to wrap things up. Ron Bumblefoot THAL, our resident guitar god, rocking us with Little Brother is Watching. Bumblefoot is the official music of SOR. Tomorrow night on the program, Lisa Barnett. hops in at spacedoutradio.com, 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern time. We will be talking about the Akashic Records. But most of all, I want to say thank you to everyone for participating tonight on Twitter, in Spreaker, the SOR Space Travelers Club, and all of you listening around the world. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for sharing the words and making this show bigger and better every single day. Because together, my friends, we own the night. Talk to you in 21 hours from now. Mr. Bumblefoot, we need a favor. We need you to take us home. Have a good one.